Coming up on Unpeeled, the breakup of the century sends shockwaves.
The biggest weekend in golf teed off.
Dylan Mulvaney stands up against haters.
And we ask ourselves yet again, is love really blind? All that and more, Unpeeled starts right now. Welcome back to another episode of Unpeeled. I'm Spencer Pierce.
And I'm Mulligan. We start our show with the controversies taking over the wrestling world.
Earlier in the month, the WWE used a photo of Auschwitz concentration camp in a promotional video. On Friday, they apologized, claiming that they were unaware of the photo. The Auschwitz Memorial Museum finds it hard to call this a mistake.
But that isn't the only scandal the WWE is involved in. Chairman Vince McMahon got caught paying close to $20 million in company-related funds to multiple women to keep them silent amid sexual misconduct allegations. He has since reimbursed the money and remains in his position with the company. And Ariana Grande took to TikTok yesterday to address fans' growing concerns about her body. The star has recently been seen looking incredibly thin, and fans were concerned about the singer's health. Grande responded saying, quote, "There are many ways to look healthy and beautiful."
She also asked fans to be more gentle when discussing body image. She even claimed that the body people were comparing her to was one of the unhealthiest moments in her life. According to Grande, she was on antidepressants during that time and was drinking and eating poorly. She ended by saying, quote, "You never know what someone's going through."
And stranger things have happened, but this engagement definitely took everyone by surprise. Apparently, Millie Bobbie Brown and boyfriend Jake Bon Jovi are engaged. The actress took to Instagram on Tuesday showing a photo of the couple where Brown had a sizable rock on her ring finger.
The post was captioned, "I've loved you 3 summers, honey, now I want them all," an homage to a famous Taylor Swift lyric. Jake commented, "Forever" on the pic. Mysterious. No explicit confirmation has been given on their engagement, but fans are feeling like this is a sure thing. Ella, you mean to tell me that a guy that's eaten in Graham Dining Hall is now engaged to one of the biggest stars in the entire world? I don't believe it.
No, it seems a little insane, but I mean, like, crazier things have happened, I guess. I mean, apparently in this world, you can go from AE Pie to being engaged to Millie Bobbie Brown, but who knows? We'll have to see where this goes.
All right, well, if AE Pie does the trick, then there's some lucky guys on campus that might be seeing some pop stars. Now, but Millie Bobbie Brown's only 19, and I think that it's kind of surprising because she's been on the scene for so long. She's kind of played some older roles, and she just kind of has an old soul.
Yeah, to be honest, I totally forgot how old she even is. The fact that she is 19 and I'm 21 kind of scares me a little bit. But I mean, happy for her. I'm personally, no, I could never do that. I'm very happy in my relationship, don't get me wrong. But I also don't need to get married or engaged before 25. I'm still waiting on that prefrontal cortex to develop, but happy for them and I hope for the best.
All right, well, that seemed like a shot at young men like myself. Well, from engagement to breakup, Swifties will be upset to hear that their favorite pop star will not be accepting even a paper ring anytime soon. Reports from People and Entertainment Tonight claim that Taylor Swift and longtime boyfriend Joe Alwyn have broken up.
Both outlets said the breakup occurred weeks ago, but Swift's publicist Tree Payne didn't respond to requests for comment. However, the source said the split was, quote, "not dramatic and completely mutual." The couple started dating in the fall of 2016, and the superstar's fan base is all too unwell that their 6-year romance has run its course. Spencer, I'm devastated. I'm devastated personally on Peelers. This was some of the worst news I had gotten all week. They seemed like they were endgame, and I really had faith that this was going to be just a beautiful, lasting relationship, and I wanted to see Taylor Swift walk down the aisle. And that's not happening. I'm sorry. Well, on behalf of myself, I'm sorry for you. And, you know, at the end of a relationship, you can only hope that things don't end with bad blood. See what I did there? I did see what you did there. But there were reports that it had kind of been on the rocks for a few weeks, if not months at this point. So it kind of makes sense for them. Absolutely. And I really feel for both of them. It's so hard to go through a breakup of a 6-year-long relationship without being on tour and being in the spotlight. And so I can only imagine what they're going through right now. But I really hope that they're doing okay and that they're going to make it through this, no problem. Yeah, and I don't want to be the guy to say it, but I think I'm going to do it. This next album is going to be so epic. It's not even funny. It is going to be such a banger, like driving with the car, windows down, everything. It's going to be incredible. And some more music, kind of. And Timothee Chalemet is bringing folk music's biggest icon to life in Hollywood's newest biopic. The Dune star will be doing his own singing in an upcoming movie about Bob Dylan, titled A Complete Unknown.
James Mangold is directing the film and expects to begin production by this August.
Searchlight first confirmed the biopic in January of 2020, and according to Mangold, the film is, quote, the young story of a young 19-year-old Bob Dylan coming to New York with little money to his name and becoming a sensation in 3 years. So, personally, I'm going to say it, such a surprising choice. I would not have picked Timothee Chalamet to be Bob Dylan in probably a million years. But I'm excited. They probably saw something really amazing in him, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
Well, some people have been seeing some amazing things in him lately. Kylie Jenner, not confirmed, but biopics are kind of becoming the new trend nowadays, and one that kind of sticks out to me is Tick, Tick, Boom with Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield's one of the most talented men on the entire planet, and he had to learn how to sing for that role. So I'm a little interested to see what Timothee Chalamet's voice is going to sound like.
I know. He's a good actor, but I really think those singing abilities are going to be what's on the line. I mean, I've personally never heard Timothee Chalamet sing, and to cast him...
Might be a good thing.
I know, but to cast him as one of the most impressionable, amazing folk singers of all time when we have no idea what his voice sounds like, I think Bob Dylan fans are going to be extra picky about how this goes.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk, and we'll see how it all plays out. Well, coming up after the break, our Syracuse events reporter, Maura Vaughn, is live at Wonder Bar to let us know about a poetic open mic night.
And our sports reporter, Carson Fowler, joins us in studio to recap the biggest week in golf. Stay tuned, Unpeelers. You don't want to miss it.
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Welcome back, Unpeelers. And a quick question for the audience. Are any of you looking for something to do tonight in downtown Syracuse after the show? Well, if so, Syracuse events reporter Maura Vaughn is live from the Wonder Bar at an open mic night for the SU community happening right now. Maura, how's it going?
Experimental Open Mic Night. In combination with the Syracuse 315 Ensemble and the Wonder Bar, Experimental Open Mic Night gives new emerging artists, musicians, and poets the chance to practice some new material in a smaller venue. And this smaller venue is super comfortable, and it's a super intimate environment, so it's super welcoming and inviting, and so it takes off the pressure of a large venue space. And I don't know, I mean, Justin Bieber started off on YouTube. Who knows what emerging artists will come off here at the Wonder Bar. And if you haven't heard the Syracuse 315 Ensemble, they feature some of the top players from Central New York's classical jazz and experimental scenes. And they are committed to performing new music that embraces contemporary, classical, and electronic musical worlds. And that is a quote from their website. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like some pretty incredible music that is actually here tonight. The best news about this event for all of us broke college students is that it is free of charge and open to years 18 of older. But no worries if you can't make tonight, since I'm just telling you guys about this now. There's actually a comedy event tonight, Friday night, happening. So I don't know about you guys, but I think we got some pretty funny Unpeelers and hosts and reporters. So we might have to make a little field trip. And I don't know, I think I could see Spencer up on the comedy stage if you ask me. So reporting for Unpeeled, this is Maura. Spencer, back to you.
I'm blushing. You can see I'm blushing. More. I'll just stick to making jokes on Unpeeled for now. But while I may still be on the road to break 100 strokes this year, if you know, you know, this year's field is definitely not. Our sports reporter Carson Fowler is here to tell us all about the 2023 Masters Tournament at Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia. Carson, happy to have you. What an incredible week of golf. I mean, that was just something else.
I mean, it's got to be every dad's favorite weekend of the year, the Masters, right?
It's incredible. Well, Carson, Jon Rahm, obviously, he's got the green jacket. He is this year's winner at the Masters. Just give us a little insight on tournament play leading up to Rahm's championship.
Well, Spencer, probably conscious. Oh my God, sorry. Rahm had a really good ending to this tournament, right? He was not the leader of this tournament. Brooks Koepka led the majority of the way, the first 3 rounds actually, led by 2 strokes going into it. And you know, a lot of people are saying the Live Golf Tour, which is what Brooks is a part of, is only 54 holes, hence the Roman numeral 54. So they only play 54 holes. He had to play 72 holes in this golf tournament. So obviously an historic victory for Rahm, but kind of a failure for Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, I mean, 72 holes is objectively a lot of golf.
It's a lot of golf.
Play. Well, a story that might be flying under the radar is the amateur, Sam Bennett. Tell us a little bit about his debut at the Masters.
Well, Spencer, Sam Bennett's only 23 years old, only a year older than you, actually.
Oh, all right, when you put it like that.
The 2022 amateur champion coming out of Texas A&M University. Got a great personality, a great character. He actually had a great quote from earlier this week. He said, "I love being in big-time situations to put up 2 solid rounds of golf and give myself a chance going into the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun." I mean, a soon-to-be pro golfer. He's an amateur right now, obviously. He's not making much money, but just out there having fun and enjoying himself. You'd love to see it.
I mean, that's the entire game, right? Carson, last question, super quick. You mentioned Live Golf a little bit earlier. How much of an impact has that kind of put on the PGA season this year?
Oh, Spence, it's had drastic impact on the PGA Golf Tour. I mean, some of the biggest names from their tour move into the Live Golf Tour for bigger purses, unique style tournaments. Couple names just to give you, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, I mentioned him earlier, yep. Cameron Smith, Phil Mickelson, huge names in the golf game. All these big names being offered a ton of money to go play in the Saudi-backed Golf League, yeah.
Well, Mickelson had an impressive showing at the Masters. We'll have to hit the link soon. That's Carson Fowler. Switching from sports to esports, the League of Legends Championship Series has come to an end. Stay with us. We'll be recapping the biggest moments of the series in 2 minutes.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
After 2 long months, North America finally has a winner of the League of Legends Championship Series. Our esports reporter Lucas Vogel is here to break down everything we need to know about the LCS playoffs. Lucas, I'm so excited to have you talking about esports, one of my favorite parts of the show when we do it, so so happy you're here. But how about that final weekend in Raleigh? Tell me everything.
Well, Raleigh, give yourself a pat on the back, showed out, filled that stadium, and for both teams, there wasn't any bias, which is really what you love to see. But at the end of the day, there can only be one winner, and it was Cloud9 grabbing that title, and in my eyes, crowning them the greatest franchise in North America of all time. You can see it there, just winning the whole thing, easy peasy, lemon squeezy in 3-1 fashion. And again, 6 titles, an unbelievable feat for the light blue squad. I think that there's a lot of conversations to be had. Blabber, greatest jungler in North America of all time, maybe. But we really have to talk about Berserker, right? This is their AD carry. He's been in the league for 2 splits. He's won 2 titles, and he's won 2 MVPs. That's pretty good, even for your non-esports fans. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so super amazing stuff out of there. But what was the biggest disappointment of this weekend?
Well, there's 2 teams that really were on the horizon. These were teams that I thought would do better. They did not. Those teams are, well, first, 100 Thieves. It's the beginning of the season, thoughts that they might win the whole thing. They brought in the GOAT mid laner named Bjergsen, and here he is retiring. They dropped out so early, the greatest of all time said, I'm outie. It's not really great if you do that. Shout out Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the other side of things, you got to think about other teams that didn't do so well, and it's Evil Geniuses. Not 6 months ago, they were beaten down on European competition, clean sweeping the Mad Lions. This season, dropping to Golden Guardians, not even top 3. So how quickly things change, we'll say.
I know, and tell us about Golden Guardians. There was a lot of issues with that.
Yeah.
Very quickly, though.
I will go quickly.
Snippet.
Golden Guardians, projected 9th, finished 2nd. Really all you need to know. Great stuff from GG.
Great. Thank you so much, Lucas. Always need an esports breakdown from you.
Popular brands are taking heat online after partnering with a TikTok star and transgender rights activist. Here to break down what's happening with Days of Girlhood star Dylan Mulvaney is our pop culture reporter, Lily Evans.
Thank you, Spencer. Big name brands are increasingly partnering with transgender influencers in their ad campaigns. There has been an outpouring of gratitude from the LGBTQ+ community for the new representation. However, transphobic beliefs are still heavily prevalent in today's world. Bud Light and Nike are facing backlash for featuring popular TikToker and trans rights activist Dylan Mulvaney in their recent ad campaigns. Former athlete Caitlyn Jenner spoke out against Nike last week after the brand named Mulvaney a paid ambassador for their women's line. Jenner's comments come after the launch of her Fairness First political action committee that aims to, quote, keep boys out of women's sports. Many people online called Jenner hypocritical for these beliefs as she herself is transgender. But Nike isn't the only brand getting backlash for featuring Mulvaney in an ad. Bud Light gifted the trans activist a custom can with her face on it to commemorate her 365 days of girlhood journey. Many right-wing conservative politicians have taken their opinions to Twitter, and majority are urging Americans to boycott the classic beer. Conservative politicians and celebrities are holding nothing back when it comes to expressing their disapproval of Mulvaney's partnerships with these brands. Singer Kid Rock posted a video of himself using Bud Light cans as shooting targets, and fellow musician Travis Tritt said all Bud Light products would be removed from his tour. Mulvaney spoke out about the recent comments during an interview with Rosie O'Donnell, where Mulvaney said everything she has done has been with good intentions, but she thinks people view her as a, quote, easy target because she is still early on in her transition. Despite all of the backlash Mulvaney has been facing, she still has an army of fans who are standing up for her, including celebrities like Drew Barrymore and Howard Stern. We here at Unpeeled stand with Dylan Mulvaney and all transgender women trying to exist in a world that continues to show them cruelty. Spencer, back to you.
Lily, thank you. Coming up after the break, Kanye West is under fire once again, but this time for his school, Donda Academy. Industry reporter Alana Epstein is in studio to tell us why in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You may know Kanye West as a rapper and wannabe presidential candidate, but do you also know him as an educator? Kanye's school, Donda Academy, has founded itself at the center of a lawsuit and the unfair conditions for both students and teachers alike. Here to explain more is industry reporter Alana Epstein. Alana, how you doing tonight?
Hey Ella, I'm doing great, but Kanye West probably isn't right now, and neither is his school. You see, Donda Academy was opened up by the rapper last year and had a handful of students and administrators. But it quickly shut down in October once West began to make anti-Semitic comments. The school is set to reopen at the start of the 2023-2024 school year, but I'm not so sure that's still going to be happening. In a new lawsuit against West, 2 educators, Cecilia Haley and Chicory Byers, who work at Donda Academy, are suing Kanye for retaliation, wrongful termination, discrimination, and withheld wages. Haley said that she was, quote, very, very disturbed by what she saw in the school during her time. According to Haley, the curriculum was incredibly restricted. Students did not hear about African American or Asian American history, and the Holocaust was never spoken of. The school conditions were not safe and did not follow state regulations. Donda Academy did not have a nurse, and teachers would store medical supplies improperly. Plaintiffs on the case also noted that a student once slapped another student and went without discipline for the entirety of the year. And as for the food, it wasn't much better. Students at the school could only bring in water and were forced to eat sushi every single day. They also had to eat it on the floor as the cafeteria didn't have any tables. I promise I'm not kidding. Students were required to wear all black and were not allowed to wear jewelry. Haley noted that she wanted to confront Kanye but was told not to. Crazy, right? Haley and Byers were both fired for voicing their concerns to other administrators. Their voices are finally being heard with this new lawsuit. However, no other teachers are speaking up. And the school is still set to reopen in the fall and still has students enrolled. It will be interesting to see where this lawsuit goes in the next few weeks. I'd say this whole thing is pretty shocking, but you know what else is? Getting proposed to a person you've never met before. Right, Spencer?
Oh boy, I hope not. Well, Love is Blind is back for season 4, and so are the pods. With the season finale days away, it's almost time to see if our favorite couples will tie the knot. Here to tell us if they think love is truly blind is reality TV reporter Riley Lucetta and lifestyle reporter McKenna Manise. Ladies, I've been waiting all week for this one. I'm beyond excited for this. So Riley, we're going to start with you. What do we need to know before the possible I do's next week?
So I think that the main thing you need to know is the broken off engagement between Jackie and Marshall. I mean, we all saw this coming. They were so rocky all season.
Okay.
Enough so that Jackie did bounce back to her past pod lover, Josh. And I mean, this started so much controversy, as long with that she refused to give back the ring back to Marshall after the breakup. And the other thing that I think you need to know is that the love triangle between Zach, Bliss, and Irina has finally come to an end. I mean, Zach and Bliss finally got engaged, and I mean, I'm really excited for them and excited to see if that will be tying the knot at the finale on Friday.
Yeah. All right, things are getting a little spicy, but McKenna, how have fans been reacting to all this drama?
Okay, so Jackie is public enemy number 1.
Uh-oh.
The fans have completely united against her, and Jackie's actually tried to stand up for herself and say that really the way that she's portrayed is all because of editing. She says that, you know, the date that she had with Josh was actually after she and Marshall broke up, but fans just are not buying the timeline. They don't think that it adds up, and so I'm very curious to see how the first ever live Love is Blind reunion is going to go when all of these receipts and all of the drama gets played out. Then moving on to Zach and Bliss, I think the reactions are pretty mixed. Some people think that they're really cute together and that they're finally meant to be, and other people think that Bliss is settling and that she should not accept being Zach's second choice. And there's also that tension with Bliss's father that people are worried about, so there's a lot going on. But if one good thing did come from social media, it's that everybody seems to think that Zach is the missing property brother, which Drew Scott even posted this TikTok himself, so gotta thank social media for that one.
All right, guys, well, quickly, for both of you, who do you think is going to make it to the altar?
Tiffany and Brett, hands
All right.
down. They're both mature. They know what they're doing. They've been all in since day one.
And I mean, I'm a supporter of the Zach and Bliss. I know it's controversial,
Oh
but
my
I think they're
goodness.
really cute together, so we'll see.
All right, well, you like drama. That's okay. Well, coming up after the break, stay tuned to see how Ella and I are celebrating Easter and Passover in studio. I promise you don't want to miss it.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look.
Baby, you see, you're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
gonna let you go.
Welcome back, Unpeelers. Before we go, Spencer and I are excited to show you something special we did for the holidays.
I'm going to pass over that joke like it didn't happen. In honor of both Easter and Passover, we had the second annual Unpeeled Easter egg and matzah hunt. Take a look. Welcome to the second annual Easter egg and one matzo ball soup jar hunt at Unpeeled. I'm ready. I'm ready to absolutely pummel you into the ground.
Oh, absolutely. The only thing that makes me feel a little bit more prepared is that I've had multiple Easter egg hunts where this is his
Maybe
second.
Maybe
so
second.
I think I've got a bit of a leg up, but I'm super ready. Basically, 12 eggs hidden around studio
I'm
and
good.
one jar
While
of
she's
matzo
talking,
ball
I'm
soup.
just going to go try to find
Shut
some
up.
right now.
One, baby.
No way.
You can't beat me.
Oh, what's this table doing over here? Ah! Nothing at all.
I think you got the one of here.
Oh, yeah, I did. Hey, you guys see any Easter eggs in here?
Oh, Spencer.
No.
Good.
Those are not like my mother's matzo balls, I'll tell you what.
Let's take a look at what we got.
1, 2, okay, 3, tied, 4. The bag as a whole, the producers didn't tell you this, but the person that found the matzo ball soup actually gets 100 points. So Spencer takes home the second annual Easter egg and matzo ball soup hunt. This is a lot of fun.
I'm so glad you enjoyed watching you drink that though. That was.
I have to brush my teeth. I feel.
Oh, I mean, I won.
The champion right here.
No, in case you missed it, I actually won. I got 7 eggs, and he only got 3, and then had to take an and
4.
chug matzo ball soup.
4.
So,
Well, that was my own doing.
that was your own
I also
doing.
just want to shout out Cam really quick for making that.
I know,
It
that
was a
was
lot of
amazing.
fun. It was a lot of fun doing all that, but you know, you can only do so much. You hand off the video to someone as talented as Cam, and he's making us look good. I think I look
Absolutely.
good in that headband.
I think you looked like you were ready to go. I don't know
I
if I'd
was.
say good, but you looked ready to go.
What about the neon green? Yeah. All right.
So
That sounds
great.
like a resounding yes. back at home. It really matched like my blue
It did.
and the white.
You looked great, but I will say my skill just overtook, and I'm
okay with that.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you tonight on Unpeeled. Make sure to check out our socials at unpeeled_Syracuse on Instagram and at CitrusTVE on Twitter.
And we just want to thank Ella and everyone here at Unpeeled, as this is our last show hosting together before we graduate. But don't worry, we'll still have another show for you next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. I'm Spencer Pierce.
And for one final time, I'm Ella Mulligan. Have a great night, Syracuse.